Get ready to delve into the fascinating world of Aesop's Fables, a collection of timeless tales that have shaped moral thought and storytelling for centuries. Aesop himself is a figure shrouded in mystery. Believed to have lived in ancient Greece around the 6th century BC, he's often depicted as a clever, witty slave who used his fables to comment on society and human nature. Although his existence is debated, the stories credited to him have undeniably endured. An interesting anecdote suggests that even philosopher Socrates, while imprisoned, spent time versifying some of Aesop's fables. The fables we know today weren't actually written down by Aesop. They were part of an oral tradition for centuries, passed down from generation to generation. Over time, various authors and scholars transcribed and refined them. These fables are characterized by their brevity, clarity, and the use of anthropomorphic animals to represent human virtues and vices. They often conclude with a clear moral, though sometimes the lesson is left for the reader to infer. The enduring legacy of Aesop's fables lies in their timeless appeal and universal truths. They continue to be a cornerstone of moral education and storytelling across cultures, proving that simple stories can convey profound wisdom that resonates throughout the ages. Let's enjoy 5 of those fables now. Aesop's Fables, Volume 1. The Hare and the Tortoise. A hare one day ridiculed the short feet and slow pace of the tortoise, who replied laughing, "Though you be swift as the wind, I will beat you in a race." The hare, believing her assertion to be simply impossible, assented to the proposal, and they agreed that the fox should choose the course and fix the goal. On the day appointed for the race, the two started together. The tortoise never for a moment stopped, but went on with a slow but steady pace straight to the end of the course. The hare, lying down by the wayside, fell fast asleep. At last, waking up and moving as fast as he could, he saw the tortoise had reached the goal and was comfortably dozing after her fatigue. Slow but steady wins the race. The end. The Fox and the Goat. A fox one day fell into a deep well and could find no means of escape. A goat, overcome with thirst, came to the same well, and seeing the fox, inquired if the water was good. Concealing his sad plight under a merry guise, the fox indulged in lavish praise of the water, saying it was excellent beyond measure and encouraging him to descend. The goat, mindful only of his thirst, thoughtlessly jumped down, but just as he drank, the fox informed him of the difficulty they were both in and suggested a scheme for their common escape. "If," said he, "you will place your 4 feet up on the wall and bend your head, I will run up your back and escape, and will help you out afterwards." The goat readily assented, and then the fox leapt upon his back. Steadying himself with the goat's horns, he safely reached the mouth of the well and made off as fast as he could. When the goat upbraided him for breaking his promise, he turned around and cried out, "You foolish old fellow! If you had as many brains in your head as you have hairs on your beard, you would never have gone down before you had inspected the way up, nor have exposed yourself to dangers from which you had no means of escape. Look before you leap." The end. The Goose that laid the golden eggs. A man and his wife had the good fortune to possess a goose which laid a golden egg every day. Lucky though they were, they soon began to think they were not getting rich fast enough, and in imagining the bird must be made of gold inside, they decided to kill it in order to secure the whole store of precious metal at once. But when they cut it open, they found it was just like any other goose. Thus, they neither got rich all at once as they had hoped, nor enjoyed any longer the daily addition to their wealth. Much wants more and loses all. The end. The Ass, the Fox, and the Lion. An ass and a fox went into partnership and sallied out to forage for food together. They hadn't gone far before they saw a lion coming their way, at which they were both dreadfully frightened. But the fox thought he saw a way of saving his own skin, and went boldly up to the lion and whispered in his ear, "I'll manage that you shall get hold of the ass without the trouble of stalking him, if you'll promise to let me go free." The lion agreed to this, and the fox then rejoined his companion and contrived before long to lead him by a hidden pit, which some hunter had dug as a trap for wild animals, and into which he fell. When the lion saw that the ass was safely caught and couldn't get away, it was to the fox that he first turned his attention, and he soon finished him off, and then at his leisure proceeded to feast upon the ass. Betray a friend, and you'll often find you have ruined yourself. The end. The Thirsty Pigeon. A pigeon oppressed by excessive thirst saw a goblet of water painted on a signboard. Not supposing it to be only a picture, she flew towards it with a loud whir and unwittingly dashed against the signboard, jarring herself terribly. Having broken her wings by the blow, she fell to the ground and was caught by one of the bystanders. Zeal should not outrun discretion. The end.